Tom Cruise versus Christopher Nolan in July. Who will win the IMAX screens? Let's talk about it. All right, what's up, movie people? We got a new special edition of movie news coming out for you because we got a rivalry going on in Hollywood. We thought Oppenheimer versus Barbie was the biggest rivalry we got in July, but now we got a new player coming in. We got Tom Cruise versus Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer versus Mission Impossible. Let's see what this news is all about. So basically what's going on is that Tom Cruise has Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 set for, it's July 7th, July 8th. Oh, actually, I think it's the second week of July. I think that's when it's coming out. And then basically 9 days later, we have Oppenheimer coming out, which will basically dominate the IMAX screens. And so basically what's going on is that Tom Cruise is actually pretty mad. Someone on the inside said that he's mad because he won't get the IMAX screens for a long time. And I think IMAX screens are really what's driving movie business right now, because if you go to a new movie, like let's say like a big movie, like one of the big movies, like a Marvel movie, DC, Oppenheimer, Mission Impossible, IMAX is where your business is going to be booming. Like Top Gun Maverick last year, its business was booming in IMAX. A lot of people went to IMAX. I saw an IMAX many times because you get that big ratio, you get the better sound, better picture clarity. So you want the IMAX screens. If you're a studio executive, if you're the movie star of the movie, if you're the director, you want the IMAX screens. So Tom Cruise is mad that he's not going to be getting them for as long as Oppenheimer, because Oppenheimer is going to be getting the IMAX screens for over 3 weeks compared to 9 days. And what's interesting here, Oppenheimer actually claimed the date first, because Oppenheimer went into production first, and when it went into production, it claimed that July date. I think Mission Impossible got delayed to this July date, and so it got that date after Oppenheimer got that date. So Oppenheimer basically claimed the date first. So if you're calling dibs, Oppenheimer claimed it first. So Tom Cruise, he does not want to move his date. He really doesn't want to move it. He's been going to theater executives and telling them that Oppenheimer should move dates. He's been trying to show the movies to all the people and say Mission Impossible should get the IMAX screens and Oppenheimer shouldn't. And he doesn't want to move it from July. And Chris Nolan, though, he has always been the IMAX king. He was the first one to make a full IMAX movie, The Dark Knight, I'm pretty sure, and put it in IMAX. That's the first full IMAX movie, and Chris Nolan has been an IMAX nerd. He's been the IMAX king. He wants everyone to see his movie on IMAX, and that's why I love him. You know, he wants the biggest screen possible for his movies. And if you even look at these seats that Oppenheimer has, Oppenheimer tickets just went on sale a couple days ago. I'll put the pictures on screen right now, but these are seats from the Chinese Theater in LA and the AMC Burbank 16, which are pretty popular movie theaters, and tickets just went on sale a couple days ago, and it's almost sold out for these primetime showings. And this movie is just going to do big numbers for IMAX, and I think it deserves its 3 weeks. Because everyone wants to see a Christopher Nolan movie in IMAX, and it needs those 3 weeks, you know, because that's where it's going to do all of its business. And Barbie, which comes out the same day, will do its business in the standard theater because it's not an IMAX ratio. It doesn't need to be in IMAX. So, you know, what I'm thinking is, like, the solutions here would be Tom Cruise should move Mission Impossible back to the first week of July so it can have IMAX screens for like 6 days longer. So maybe like 2 weeks total, it would have IMAX screens instead of just like those 9 or 8 days. I feel like that would be a better solution, because the first week of July, you don't have much coming out. I think you have Joyride and you have the new Insidious, which are both not going to be in IMAX. Those are just pretty small movies. They're just going to have those regular standard screens. Or Tom Cruise and Paramount could move Mission Impossible to August, where there wouldn't be much competition at all. Like, you could have the premium screens for all 4 weeks in August if you moved it to August. But one downfall of that is August has never been a big box office month for movies. Like, I go to movies a lot in August, but a lot of people lay off from movies in August because they spend their money in the June and July months. Those are the biggest months for summer, and August is kind of like that slower month. That's why there's not a lot of movies coming out in August, because you only have the Haunted Mansion movie, the Team and T movie, which will be slightly big for kids, but not really too big. And then you have the Blue Beetle, which I don't know how that's going to do. I really can't tell. And then you have the Meg 2, which will not do great, but it's not going to do that bad. But Tom Cruise really should move to August. That's a big month, and he will have the only really adult movie in August, or move back to the first week of July. Like, it's pretty simple what Tom Cruise should do. I don't know why he's set on taking Oppenheimer's date when Oppenheimer really took that date first, and Chris Nolan he's been the IMAX guy. Like, Tom Cruise, you're not the IMAX guy. As much as I love you, you're not the IMAX guy. You're not him. Oppenheimer and Chris Nolan are him, and he made his movie 100% in IMAX. And I don't even know if Mission Impossible is even in the IMAX ratio for how long. I haven't heard it is. So that's why I'm saying that Oppenheimer really does deserve that date and deserves the weeks, because it's filmed in IMAX and you'll get the better experience in IMAX. So, you know, this is such an interesting feud, in my opinion, because you really just have July is just a feud of a month. You have Oppenheimer versus Barbie, which is going to be the best cinematic day in history for movie people. Like, it's going to be amazing. But then Tom Cruise just joins the fight. He's like, I want the IMAX screens. But nah, Tom Cruise, you're not going to get those screens. I just got to say, delay to August, man. That's just your best bet. And the marketing for Mission Impossible has not been great. Like, this is a big movie coming out, and it's going to be an action masterpiece, I think, just like John Wick. And Paramount's just not marketing it at all. I don't understand why they're not marketing it. I see more marketing for all their other movies, but they're not marketing Mission Impossible. I think Tom Cruise should get on them and tell them to start releasing TV spots for this movie. I haven't seen any marketing except the trailer that I reacted to, but that's basically it. There needs to be more marketing, so my thought is just delay the movie so you can have more marketing, and let Oppenheimer have its 3 weeks, then you get 4 weeks in August. Like, I feel like that's the easiest way, and then we could all be okay. You know, we can get past this July movie feud. There doesn't have to be this much drama in July. Come on, we already have Oppenheimer and Barbie. No more drama. But let me know what you guys thought about this, like, big movie news drama. Who do you think should get the IMAX screens? Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, or Chris Nolan, Oppenheimer? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.